Hey guys.
What's up, y'all?
We're back.
We are back.
What happened there?
She's struggling.
My iPad is struggling. It's doing the most right now.
She's so cute with her bun. I can see all over her face. I love it.
Thanks.
She knows I love seeing like all of her face.
This is not how I normally wear my hair. I'm getting ready to get my hair twisted up, so I had to comb it out.
It's beautiful, but
Thank you.
But yeah. So let's get into this. I gotta kick it off with the the normal.
With the clap.
That's right. Don't get the clap, but you gonna get the clap. All right.
Hey. What's going on, peeps?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Welcome back to the Let's Make Out podcast, where we make out all things what?
Love, life, and laughter. I am one of your hosts, Gabrielle, aka Gabe, and
I am your other host, Chad, aka Babe.
we're so glad you're here, guys. Thanks
Yes.
for coming back, or thanks for clicking on this. If this is the first time you're
Yes.
listening or watching, we appreciate that. Yes, you can watch if you're only listening. You can come on over to YouTube and put in Let's Make Out Podcast, and you'll see our beautiful faces.
Well, you see her beautiful face, and my sun-worn
Your
face,
handsome
a
face.
sun-worn face,
Your who face?
sun-worn,
Sun-worn? What does that mean?
like worn by the sun.
Oh, are you saying warmed?
Worn down.
Oh, sun-worn. I was like, what?
She's like, what?
I was so confused, because there's definitely no sun to be warming your face these
Tell me
days.
about it. I wish.
I'm pretty sure the groundhog said spring was coming early, right?
Groundhog's a lie.
Did I miss the memo?
The groundhog is a lie.
It is still cold here in good old Indiana.
And it's crazy because it went. One day it was like 50. One day it was like 60. The next day it was like 55.
Beautiful.
Next day it snowed like 3 inches.
It literally was like, what? We had like 3 seasons in 3 days?
Seriously.
Crazy.
And then it melted the snow away the next day, but it was still like only 45 or so, but sunny.
Yeah.
So it's just like
It was a
now
hot mess.
it's just like, okay, I'm confused.
Yeah. So that's
Apparently,
all right.
Mother Nature's confused as well.
Honey, the whole world is confused. It is a lot going on right
This is
now.
this is a crazy time.
Can we just talk about how crazy it is? I don't know that. I feel like last week when we talked about the coronavirus, I didn't imagine it getting here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Maybe I was just being ignorant to the fact, but I was just like, oh, it's just another thing. No, this is like real life.
Yeah, I think it's, I think it's one of those things. I think a lot of people that are, I think a lot of people are now getting, it's hitting it home. Like it's like starting to register, within the last, few days it really has started to register. I know, because, we believe, as people of faith, we believe that we're good to go and that, God has got us and but at the same time,
Covered with the blood,
exactly. But at the same time, you still need to recognize what's happening in the world, right? You still need to understand what's happening here, right?
Yeah, you still need to
so sometimes
caution,
you can,
still need to be, cautious, just all of those things.
All the things. So sometimes you can, almost just, okay, it's just, it'll get worked out, it'll get straight. And then, you continue to hear of things happening, but sometimes it takes it to get closer to you, closer to home.
I think that's with everything, though. Like, don't you feel like just us as people, like, we see things happening, but we don't really take them serious until they happen to us or to somebody that we know. It's like, oh, man. Oh, this just got real. Like,
no, it's true. Like,
yeah.
And that goes with anything. You think about, like, car accidents, people getting hurt in car accidents,
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things until it happens to you or until it happens to someone people go through life almost with this, invincible.
Yeah.
Like I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. Not gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where life is unpredictable, right? For us, it's unpredictable. Like we believe that
for everybody, it's unpredictable.
Well, we believe that God knows exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But for us, we don't know what's going to happen.
No, we don't. We have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. No idea what tomorrow's going to look like. It's just one of those things. Like you first hear about it, it's like, oh man, that's happening in China. Then literally like 2 days later, it was here in, the U.S. Then, maybe a week or so later, we get our first case in Indiana. It's like, okay, it keeps getting closer and closer. Now we even have had a confirmed case in our city. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, how much closer can it get?
It can't get,
really. And
exactly.
It's kind of, like, I hate to use the term scary because I do trust God and I just believe by faith that we are covered. But there are so many people that have it that don't have any symptoms. So I guess it's one of those things that makes you like, well, do I have it? Can I go get tested? I just want to know for sure. Like,
I know, because it's interesting. I was watching that.
Rule it out?
Yeah, because I was watching that article. I watched a video with Donovan Mitchell, the Utah Jazz player, the second player that was positive for it. And he was doing an interview with Good Morning, America, whatever that in the morning there, and he said, he has no effects. Like, he literally feels fine. He feels like he can play. He said he feels like he can play a 7-game series right now.
Really?
Like, so that's what's so crazy. But Idris Elba said he feels fine. The last update from Tom Hanks and his wife, they said they felt good. They had a few little.
So then, does it get worse? Like, I don't feel like I'm educated enough on what even happens once you get it. Is it going to be treated just like a flu? Like, are you going to get worse and then get better? Like, I
don't think that people
don't have the answers.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of adds to the anxiety, at least I can state for myself, not even having the answer. So, okay, when you do get it, then what? Because there's no vaccine. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just treat it. It just goes away. Like, you just wake up one day and it's gone. Like, it'd be nice to have these answers.
I think that's what makes it so.
And maybe they are out there and I haven't researched enough. I don't know.
Well, I think that this shows, I did hear that they're starting yesterday, and I pray that this is accurate. I heard that they started the first vaccine trial. So they had patient 0, and they were going to give them the vaccine that they have developed, and to see how it works.
Why did they start with number 1? Why did they start with 0? That's so interesting to me.
Well, because 0 is a number.
I mean, it is, but you guess, you never, like, when you start counting, you don't ever start at 0. You always start at 1.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting why that, but yeah, very random. But yeah, so I pray that is accurate, that they did, because if that means if they're starting a potential vaccine trial, that means that
they're hopefully getting close.
Hopefully that means that they're making headway.
Yeah.
They feel like they're at a point where they could test it on somebody, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's scary parts to that as well because it is a trial. But, and then kudos and thank you to the person that's willing to go through that vaccination. You know what I'm saying? Because that takes some courage as well. So to be the guinea pig in any kind of anything, right? Especially something this big.
You don't know what's going to happen.
So that person, needs to get a Medal of Freedom or some kind of honor because that's big.
A Medal of Freedom. Is that an actual thing?
I believe so, yeah.
Did you just make that up?
No, I believe it is.
I've never heard it in my life.
You're so cute.
Y'all, the corona got us all out of whack here. We didn't even do the question. So we're going to back up and we're going to do the question.
Oh, we did. We just talking.
Because we just talking. I mean, really, we just wanted to talk to y'all because I'm sure you guys are, social distancing just like we are and everything is closed. Nothing's on TV. I mean, well, there's tons on TV, but it's just, we didn't even hear the music. Yeah, Corona got us
all the way. But
Corona that messed us all up.
But we about to do that.
So cue the music.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, okay, look at you. Okay. Still mad don't get to laugh.
Now I got it on point.
Still mad.
2 in a row where I got it, y'all.
Man, so we're going to get started with our question of the day, since we have rambled enough about Rona.
Yes, and here's the thing. I want to tell you, we don't plan on making this a.
What are you trying to say, love?
Like a somber episode?
Yeah, we want you to listen to this and feel at ease a little bit. Like,
yeah, we don't have the answers. I mean, and
clearly
we wish we did. We wish we'd get on here and give you all the answers, but we don't.
Have them.
But at the same time, we know that staying sane is important.
Yeah.
Especially when you gotta stay home.
Especially when you gotta homeschool these kids. Can we talk about
Can we get all the teachers paid $1 million a year, please?
Man,
can we get their salaries raised up?
Every single teacher out there, because I am on day 2 and I'm about to lose my mind. And the crazy thing is that the teacher has laid it out so well for us.
Yes.
She sent an email yesterday. Like every day she's sending an email like with a complete schedule, detailed of what to do. And I am just like, wow. They really do a whole lot at school. Like, I'm setting timers for 30 minutes to do this. You got to do reading. You got to do writing. You got to do this.
And Chad loves it, though.
He really is enjoying it. It's been really cool. He said he was excited. He said his favorite part was lunch and a show, because he got to watch TV while he was eating lunch yesterday. So so shout out to all the teachers.
Yes, please raise their salaries.
Thank
please.
you. If you've not, I know that you've not been thanked enough. And this
gave us a whole new appreciation.
Just a whole new appreciation. Like, we've already appreciated teachers, but just being able to, and even like the moms and the parents that decide to homeschool. Like, I've always said that I just didn't feel like that was my calling because I don't have the patience for it. And I kind of still feel that way after yesterday. It's just a lot.
It is a lot, I think, and here's the thing: is that you don't, when it comes to your child's education, you don't want to, for lack of better words, half-ass it.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? You want to go 100% into it. And so if you're going to homeschool, then I trust and believe that you've made a commitment to be, 100% into it, right? And making sure you're there to support. And that takes a huge commitment, and it takes away from, from other activities and, work or job, whatever you've got. The responsibilities that you have, because you've taken on such a big task.
Mm-hmm.
Motherhood in general is a big task, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad.
Yeah,
it's a big task. So then to throw homeschooling on top of it, being responsible for preparing your child for the future, is big. And we appreciate all of you that do that, and all the teachers that touch our children's lives and every other children's life out there too. So yes. You are appreciated. Don't you know we love you, sweet teachers?
Okay. Please, no one above me.
All right, what you got?
All right.
What number?
These are the ones that's numbered. This is the one that's numbered. No. This book was better. The 1001.
Oh, okay.
Let's go for. 6:30.
6:30. I wonder why you picked that number.
I wonder why.
In what situation do you often find yourself walking on eggshells?
In what situation do I find myself walking on eggshells? Yes.
What's up, player? You want to come say hi real quick to the Let's Make Out podcast?
Hi.
So what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, okay.
All right, so that was our 7-year-old Chad Jr.
Okay, so in what situations do I find myself walking on eggshells?
Yes.
I'm not really sure that I... Would you say that I walk on eggshells very often?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't. Yeah, I was really trying to figure that out. Like,
I think that
I normally am pretty quiet anyway. So
yeah, I think that for walking on eggshells, is more of like you're afraid of
Yeah.
you know, of erupting a situation, or, you know, you're you know, scared of someone possibly, or how they're going to react.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I mean, you know.
Maybe instead of, maybe just it's the same thing, like keeping quiet instead of walking around on eggshells, just like, because I can think of like.
To avoid conflict.
To avoid conflict. Like if something is happening and I'm not really like fond of it, or a lot of times I'll just keep quiet instead of voicing it. So maybe that is a form of walking on eggshells.
Yeah, I would say that, because that's actually what I was going to go to with you, is that you don't have any reason, like.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of.
Like I'm chill. She's got a chill husband.
Yeah, so it's not like I'm worried about.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to think of what instances. I mean, I guess if there's a conflict, not with us, but like other people.
No,
it doesn't happen very often.
Let me see if I get this right with you.
Okay.
So if like someone is doing something that someone is going towards something, or saying something, or doing something that you don't fundamentally agree with, or you're kind of like, I'm not down with that, I'm not supporting that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's often hard for you to be like, I'm not really feeling that. That's not really what I'm not going to be a part of that. Like sometimes it's hard for you just to be like, nope, I'm not doing it. Or.
Well, that kind of makes me sound like a follower.
No, what I mean by that is that you will voice your way through it. But instead of sometimes you could just be like, no, I'm good, no thanks. But sometimes you'll try to.
I need a better example.
Is that not a good example?
No, because it's too broad. Like I can't visualize it. Like
I know I'm trying to give
me an actual. What I was gonna say is because I'm going to get my hair done today. This has happened multiple times.
Oh, this is a good one.
I don't like it, or I'm not a fan of it, and even though I'm paying for the service, I won't say anything. I'll just come home and fix it. And maybe that's a form of walking on eggshells, because I don't want to deal with conflict. I don't want to have to explain why I don't like it.
You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. So that was something that I can think of.
Oh,
like, even so, like going out to eat, because I used to be a server.
We have bad server.
So a lot of times I don't even, like, you got to be really, really bad for me to.
She still give you a tip.
Call you. I will still give you a tip, because I believe that if you can't afford to tip, then you don't need to be going out to eat. I don't care how bad the service is, give them something. And that's probably just because I've lived that life. So I have a great deal of empathy when it comes to, service industry workers. And shout out to you guys all, any of you that are listening and are affected right now. My heart goes out to you, because I don't even know what I would do. Like, restaurants are shutting down, sure, I can take out, but
they don't need all the service for that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
you gotta pray that these owners of these restaurants are people that care about their people and are gonna figure out a way to keep them engaged. So you gotta just hope that that's the case.
Yeah, you have to,
because
there's so many people just out of work right now.
That's really.
My thoughts and my prayers go out to you. But yeah, that's the long of the answer. Although that was unnecessary, but that's all that I can think of.
No, that's good. Yeah, the last two examples are really good.
So, what about you? Are there instances where you find yourself walking on eggshells?
No, I mean. Not really. I mean, when I was younger, because of dad, just but with the thing about, I say earlier in our marriage, when I was learning you, just learning how you react to things. It wasn't walking on eggshells. It was observing. It was just, but that's how I understood that with you, I need to make sure that it was okay just to wait.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like with you, it's okay just to wait.
Yeah.
Let her get her feelings out, and then give her 10 minutes.
Now you're a pro.
And now I'm a pro. But that was because I took the time. So it was never walking on eggshells, because I never felt like I was being walked on, or I'm like, she's gonna blow up at me. Yeah. It was just me learning, and I think so. But with dad, for sure, walking on eggshells, because I just felt, there was. It was
anything you did could be wrong.
It was just gonna be exactly.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else.
What are some areas in your guys' life where you think
Yeah.
you could be walking on eggshells, and like why? Like,
And do you
where
feel like
did
you're
that
in?
stem from?
Yeah, because here's my thing. My mom did absolutely 100% walk on eggshells. And if you're in a relationship out there and you're walking on eggshells, or you feel like you are every day, then, you know, I pray that you recognize that and you figure out how to, you know, get a resolution to that, you know. You know, if you feel like you can't talk to your spouse, you know, why? You know, I mean, because I just saw my mom for years. They were, you know, my parents were married for, you know, almost 50 years.
Ooh, that's a long.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't remember a day where she wasn't walking on eggshells.
Really?
So,
that's interesting that's how you, I mean, obviously kids are very perceptive, but I wonder if you were to ask your mother if she felt like she was walking on eggshells, if she would feel that way. You know? Like, I know that you saw it.
Well, we talked about it.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Think about it. My mom and I'm the youngest of my two brothers, right? My two brothers are 49. Well, about to be 49, about to be 50. And I'm 37. And so I was at home, with mom. I was the only child, in essence, at home. And so mom and I would talk a lot. Like, she would talk to me like I was an adult, you know, because even though I was immature and acted immature, I think I've always been a good conversationalist. You know, like being able to like offer advice just from stuff I see. Even as a kid, you know, kids are smart.
Yeah,
kids can give you advice that you need to hear sometimes, right? Whether you want to hear it,
because they're unfiltered, like they don't.
They're
say what they feel.
Yeah, they're like, why are you dealing with that, mom?
Exactly.
Why are you okay with that? Like, you know, but there's so much more to it than that. But
they just call it like they see it.
Exactly. So, but yeah, no, that's it. But I would say that, you know, hopefully that, you know, if you feel that way, then, you know, yeah, definitely look into that, because that's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to live.
Yeah, it definitely is not
healthy. Yeah.
So let's see here. Oh, okay. You got a little dance break? Hey, dance break. We need music for our dance break.
I know, we do need a little dance break.
Did you run in here to be a part of the dance break?
Yeah, that was a dance.
Chad Jr. ran in here to be a part of the dance break.
He literally said dance
break. It's not actually
dance break.
But, you know.
Here's the thing. Dance breaks is something we do often, so that's like just a really normal thing. But here's my thing, is that when I'm sitting next to Gabriel, I'm next to Gabriel, I cannot explain to you how good this girl smells.
You are so
like
cute.
Literally all the time. She just smells. It'd be making me question myself. Like, do I stink? Because she be smelling so good that I'm like, why? So like, I'm literally, and she has, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, she has a lotion that she puts on. She has these different perfumes she's putting on. Yeah. And I'm like, it makes me feel like, you know, I need to go take 7 showers. Like, put lotion on, because I don't.
7 showers. Baby, your showers are long enough. First of all, Babe takes like hour-long showers. Is it just me? Is my husband the only one that takes hour-long showers? Like, can you get out of the bathroom?
Sweetheart.
Get out!
You ever taken a basic training shower?
I've not. I don't even know what
You ever taken a baby wipe shower over in Iraq? Okay? When you get the luxury of having a shower that you own?
I cannot deal with that. Anyway, you guys. So thank you. I appreciate that. But I am wondering if any of you guys have ever gone up to someone and told them how amazing they smell. Or if you've had anybody come up to you and ask you what perfume or cologne you're wearing because you smell so good. So I have actually had that come up multiple times, and here recently I've been trying out some new scents from Scentbird, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about it. We've talked about them before on the podcast, but just in case you missed that, I wanted to let you guys know that Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service for perfumes and colognes, and they have more than 600 designer brands for you to choose from each month. So you choose the fragrance that you want, and they'll send you a 30-day supply, which is actually really cool because you can choose multiples and you can get to try out different things. So here recently I've been wearing Kate Spade Walk on Air. Kate Spade Walk on Air and Versace Bright Crystal. Those are the ones that I've kind of been like rotating in between.
So say every day it's like just this
it's nice,
pleasant smell
right?
from her. It's
You
like,
know,
geez.
and you get to try it before you like commit to, you know, buying like a full size. So I have an exclusive offer for all of our listeners. You can get 30% off of your first month today. That's only $10 for your first fragrance. So if you go to scentbird.com/LMO and use the promo code LMO, you'll get 30% off of your first fragrance. Again, that's Scentbird, SCENT bird.com/LMO. Sign up, use the promo code to try your first perfume or cologne for only $10. So sign on and start smelling amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Jinx.
Okay.
Everyone said yes.
So here's the thing. We said we were gonna like make this a somber thing and like talking about the corona and all of that stuff, but we did kind of want to just talk about like what do we do in this time where we're supposed to be, what is it called? Self-distancing.
Self-distancing, quarantine, self-quarantining.
And, you know, all of this restricted travel. And, you know, even our city is like.
We got an email today.
We got an email talking about the mayor is like restricting travel if it's not essential, you know,
and
like
it's like
groceries, medical, that type of stuff, because
and it's one of those things where it's like it's not legally, like he said, look, I can't legally make you do this, but I'm asking as a citizen of our community, to do these things.
Yeah. So, you know, gyms are closed. I mean, like all of the things are closed. So what do you do during this time? Like, part of me is kind of excited about it because I feel like there's been so many things that I've wanted to do, but they get pushed to the side because there's always something else to do.
Well, there's always something else, or we think there's something else outside.
Well, I mean, true, that's another thing within itself. But I think that this is a great time to pretty much focus on the things that you've been putting off. Like a major one for us is decluttering. I promise we've been decluttering for 3 years now, and it seemed like nothing has been decluttered because it's like we'll do one good space.
We've given away so much stuff, though.
We have definitely given away tons. But the fact is, we have so much more.
Yeah.
And it's not even because we're giving it away and buying it all back. Like, we just got a lot of stuff. So we've been decluttering forever.
Yeah, so it's...
Y'all.
Yeah.
So that's at the top of my list, honestly.
I think, well, that's at the top of my list as well. It really is. I think, because we've talked about this, I think we've talked about this with you before as well, is that, like, decluttering is, when it's interesting, because at first it didn't affect me, because I think I lived such a cluttered life, for lack of better words. Like, think about it. I was always living in very small, confined areas, or temporary hotels or temporary housing as a kid. So, there was never a clean space, in essence.
Yeah.
Go to the Army, everything's very condensed. I'm living out of a Foot Locker, right? Or like when I'm overseas, so like there's nothing, so it's cluttered in essence, right? Like, so with Gabrielle, when she really kind of sparked this, really this interest of decluttering and just really... not being minimalist, but
minimizing.
Thank you. Wow. Jeez. Let's say that 10 times. Minimizing how much stuff you have.
That's interesting, though, because I feel like everything that you just described would, to me, seem like it would set you up for a minimalist lifestyle.
No, it set me up for not having it, so I wanted it.
Oh, so it's kind of like a sense of hoarding. Once you get it, holding on to it.
So like once you have the means to get it, or you're in a place where you can get it, sometimes it's this. Yeah, it's like, I couldn't have it before, now I can get it, like it's almost like that.
Okay.
And so that, was something that I dealt with for a long time, and I've gotten better. I used to buy J's like all the time because when I was a kid, I could never get them. All my, people that I knew always had the new J's. I couldn't ever get them. So like, and then mentally, things like that affects you. The lacking, the things that you don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need them. But in my head, I was like, now I can get them. I can reward myself for working hard, and I can get them. I don't need my parents to get them. I can get them. Like I'm hustling, I'm making money. I can get them.
Yeah.
But so I think it's I think it set me up for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, once Gabriel really went on this like this decluttering kick, it got me excited to see spaces empty and
it's nice.
Organized.
I feel like our spaces don't stay empty for long.
Well, it's because we haven't done it. It's very hard to declutter and let go of things.
It is so hard.
It's crazy.
I think it's hard to keep the momentum. Like, I've had days where I'm decluttering and I'm just like, yes, throw away all the things, give away all the things, let's do this. And then the next few days I'm like, So then it's just like getting into that continuous, I think if we just set it like maybe every day we declutter for 30 minutes to an hour. Whatever it is, we just have to do it every day. Like I even got a program that's supposed to be like 90 days. So in theory, we should have been done by now because we started at the first of the year.
We're going to start again
but it was a 90-day declutter calendar, and it literally like broke it all the way down. Like space by space. Every day there was a different space. And I was like, wow, we can totally do this. And I got like 3 days in, and I got stuck. I got stuck on day 3 because it was like accessory decluttering in the master closet. And when I tell you, I have so much jewelry that I just don't even want to, like the thought of taking it out and going through it gives me anxiety. So I've been stuck there since January. I have not moved and done anything about it. And so you know what? That's what I'm about to do while we self-quarantine. I'm about to be decluttering. See, I'm about to unplug a little bit. Like, obviously, because I'm not doing much to be showcasing. It's not like I'm out doing all of the things, So I think that now I have a little more time to not be so present. I mean, I'm always going to be present, but
I think
not so much.
Yeah, I think I think it's a good opportunity for everybody to unplug just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like just take this time to for me, same decluttering, getting more strategic with my time with God. Like spending actual time with God. I want to work on meditating.
Yeah.
I want to do that yoga. There's this 3-week yoga thing.
You've been talking about that.
Yeah, on Beachbody that we've got. I just want to try it. It's like a beginner yoga thing. I want to try it. It's like 10 to 15 minutes a day. I want to try it. Like
that's something we can also do as a family.
Yeah, absolutely. Do it. The kids would love to do that. And and then I really want us to start. We have this blueprint course, or kind of like an outline course to start writing our book.
Right, I was just about to say this.
Yeah, and I think this is the perfect time for us to start. And here's the thing: it's the same way that we did the podcast.
Yeah,
we literally started a course to help us just get the podcast up, and look at us now, 42 episodes in.
I know, right? Like it's one of those things where if you just do it. So what are the things that you've been putting off that you're like, man, I was reading this. I don't know, like somebody's Instagram post or something. It was just talking about like, learn a new language, actually pick up a book and read it. Like there's so many things that we don't do in the hustle and bustle of life that it's just like we can now get back to those things because we don't have an excuse. Like there's where you got to go.
Exactly.
Like literally, where do you have to go at this point aside from your job if you still have to go in and work? But if you're working from home, like, what else you gotta do? You know what I'm saying? So I actually found an article. It was published on USA Today just like yesterday. And it is 100 things to do while stuck inside due to a pandemic. So I figured we'd just kind of go through the list and see what sticks. So number 1 is complete a puzzle. And it's so funny. Babe went to... where did you go? CVS the other day, yesterday. And I was like, look for a puzzle. Because I was like, you know what? I couldn't tell you the last time I put together a jigsaw puzzle. Can you?
Tell me about no.
Like, I literally would never pick up a puzzle and be like, yeah, let me do this puzzle. But now
we got a big baby shark one downstairs.
Do we? I mean, it's like the big pieces. It's Reagan's.
It would take us like 6 minutes or like 5 minutes.
It may not even take us that.
Yeah. Well, the kids helping, it might take.
True. Yeah. But I was thinking about that. I was trying to think of like family type of activities that we could do. And I'm like, oh, that might be fun if we put together a big puzzle, you know?
Yeah.
So that was number 1. Number 2 was start a journal or a blog. Hey, why not? Like, get back to journaling, writing down your feelings about this whole journey.
I mean, think about this. This is...
I've never experienced
That's
this
what I'm saying.
before.
This is, I was just thinking about this the other day, this is not something that you ever want to face. It's not ever, this is never anything that we want to go through. But this is a very big time and important moment in your life, because pandemics in the United States of America don't happen like every day, every year, but they happen across the world. There's places in the world where they happen every year. Where people are going through it every year, and we take that for advantage. We take that for granted that we live in a place in a country that is not dealing with those things.
Yeah.
Now it's here at home. And so this is big, and this is a chance for you to possibly, use it to inspire others. Use it to, use it to inspire yourself. Use this as memories for yourself. For your kids one day, your grandkids one day.
That's a great idea.
I think that's a great idea. I like that. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
So,
this next one says dust off that old instrument and practice. Any of you out there that play anything?
I'm about to pull out the guitar.
You dust out them old, them guitars that we have. Yeah, we took guitar lessons for like a hot second.
Man.
It literally was like 2 months. If that. What happened? Like, why did we stop?
I don't know. Because we were trying to learn Frank Ocean. Thinking about you. Ooh, now, now, now. I've been thinking about you. Ooh, now, now, now. I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you?
Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Y'all.
Man.
Okay, so every time we think about this, we think about how we watched Tori Kelly pretty much become who she is.
Yes, because the first video we found on YouTube
was her
of Frank Ocean.
Her cover of Frank Ocean.
Yes.
That's what we were trying to learn. I think that might have been part of what inspired us. I don't even know.
I don't know. It was crazy.
Like, it's crazy to
see where
she is now, and it's like, man, had we just kept up with our guitar lessons, where could we be right now? We could have like a duo, but we could be like, Gabe and Babe, the folk singers.
Well, if I could sing, I need to learn how to sing first.
Well, I mean, you can play the guitar, I can sing.
Yeah.
But
well, if I just sing like lightly under her, so I'm like,
don't do it like that.
Just like a little bit of bass underneath her.
Don't do it like that.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Shawty. Don't do it.
Or I'd just be like from Boys to Men, the dude that just talked. Baby.
Hey, baby.
You know I love you. Do you ever think that far ahead? Do you? Do you?
I can't. Do you?
But yeah, so y'all, look, I actually want to give another idea, because I think that there are a ton of ideas out there, but sometimes you don't think of them. Sometimes you're already doing them. Sometimes, every day, but you don't think of it in this type of manner. It's almost it's a distraction. Maybe during the normal day, but we've told you about Best Fiends before, right? So Best Fiends, it's an awesome way to spend a little fun time interacting in a challenging game. So because we all do need a break, and now guess what? We're getting somewhat of a break. Some of us are. I know some of you are still going to work. Some of you still, so shout out to all of the first responders, all the people that are still going to be, helping to keep us safe.
They don't get the luxury to.
Yeah, they don't get the luxury of, but so thank you for what you're doing. But they still need breaks. We all need breaks. But the coolest part about Best Fiends, not friends, Best Fiends, is that this is a great way to keep your brain active, even while you relax. It's a puzzle game. It's got so many cool, characters and challenges along the way. You can actually play with others, or you can just grab some me time. So either way, it's just a fun escape, from your everyday and the stresses that can become about because of this, coronavirus, pandemic. Again, Chad Jr. loves this game. He has a ton of fun, and I like it as well. So sometimes it's hard to get it back from him, and it's hard to get it from me, because we're just going through and just trying to solve the puzzles. Game. It is. It's a cool game, and I'm sure Reagan is going to be excited to try it when she gets a little bit older. Now she just kind of hits the screen. A little bit about this. So it's a unique and exciting puzzle experience, unlike other puzzle games out there. Best Fiends, they actually update the game monthly with new levels and events, so it never gets old. That's a pretty cool part of it. Best Fiends treats the game like a service for their players, so they're really trying to make sure that you're staying engaged and you're enjoying it. It's not like when you buy a game and you beat it and then it's done. They're trying to keep it up to date and cool for you. Like I said before, this is great for traveling. You can play it anywhere, and you do not need internet to play. So you got the app, then you can play. So actually, Best Fiends has thousands of levels already. So with new levels, events, and characters added every month, it's hours of fun right at your fingertips. And you can even play offline, like I mentioned. With over 100 million downloads and tons of 5-star reviews, Best Fiends is a must-play. Download Best Fiends free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. So again, download Best Fiends free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Get you this game, and maybe it'd be a good way to get you distracted.
Yeah.
Get you through these days.
Okay. You can also, speaking of games like that, pull out some of them old board games that you might have. Dust them off.
Yes.
Like Chad Jr. and I, we played a new board game that I didn't even know we had.
I don't know where the heck we got that from.
Took the plastic off of it and everything. Like, it was brand new.
Who's delivering games to us and we don't even know? Because we have no clue where that came from.
We played it yesterday and it was so fun. It was like a trivia game. First of all, it made me realize that there are a lot of things that I don't know.
The adult questions were pretty hard.
The adult questions.
The kids' questions.
The kids' questions. I was like, he's not going to know this because I don't know it. But it was actually pretty good. So I think I think that might be something, like, until we go through all the cards, we'll just play because it's got like a big deck of cards. But yeah, dust off the board games, all of that good stuff. Let's see, what else does it say? This one's weird. Look at pictures of puppies. I don't know, maybe that invokes calm. Maybe it invokes a sense of calm looking at puppies.
Yeah, I think that puppies is something that I think it's supposed to stem like a certain
like a feeling, like endorphin or something.
Endorphin, yeah. It's supposed to
because I'm like, that's weird.
When people see a puppy, they're like, oh my gosh, look at this cute puppy.
Are there really people that see puppies and they just probably, because I see cats and they don't do nothing for me. But I just wonder, like, you think everybody loves dogs, right? But there are people that don't.
Like Gracie, she don't like no dog. Show her a puppy, she gonna be like,
honey, she not fooling with it, okay?
Not fooling.
Our dog is the smallest dog ever in life, but yeah,
she's funny.
She's not fooling with it. This one's funny. Put on a soap opera, mute the sound, create your own dialogue. That's hilarious.
That would be funny.
Or a telenovela.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Gabriel, I can't believe you went to lunch without me.
I can't believe that you can't believe I went to lunch without you. I was starving.
I can't believe that you were starving without thinking if I was starving and you would go to lunch without me going to lunch with you.
I can't do this.
It's over, Gabriel.
That's hilarious.
We should do that.
We should totally do that. Yeah. Do you know that back in the day, like, that's how shows started? Like, they used to just act on the radio. Do you know that? Like, yeah, before you could, like, watch them.
Yes, radio. That
is so
shows.
Crazy. Yeah. We got to do something for y'all. Y'all want some?
Y'all want some? Soap opera challenge.
Okay. That was really funny to me. Here's another one. Bake the good. And that's a good one. I had a random dream the other night that I made a pound cake, and I woke up wanting to make a pound cake. I've never made a pound cake ever before in my life.
You gonna make my pound cake?
You wish I was your pound cake. Wish I was your baby mama. Yeah, we are
check and check.
delirious. Okay,
You're my pound cake and my baby mama. You're good.
Checkmate. Baby's supposed to teach me how to play chess. Ooh, that's what I should order.
Order a chess game.
A chess game,
I'll
so you can teach me how to play chess.
I'll teach you how to do it.
Okay. Excuse me. So no, that's random that I had a
I'm waiting for this pound cake.
dream
now.
about making a pound cake. Does anybody have a good pound cake recipe you want to share with your girl? Let me know.
Exactly.
I do have a bunch of supplies to make a strawberry cake. I randomly bought them a couple weeks ago. I was just
Perfect
feeling
time. Perfect time.
I know, right? Oh, we got strawberries too. I
That's what
could
I'm
make a
saying.
strawberry cake. No, we don't need no cake in the house. We're gonna be sitting here
Eating
cake. That's what we don't need to be doing. Oh,
What'd you
this
do
is
over
another-
your quarantine? Gain 36 pounds?
I was just gonna say, I don't know if this is on a list, but right now is the perfect time for you to focus on your health and fitness.
Woo!
Like, legit. Right now, you can hone in on your nutrition. You can pull out the recipe books, the cookbooks, start cooking different things, trying different meals, eating cleaner. Like, now's the time you don't have to go out and sit and eat. Like, sure, you can do takeout, but you can kind of stay away from that. I made a joke that this is going to be our best month when it comes to eating out. Our eat out budget is on point, okay? We ain't going over that joint this month, but this is literally the time where you can focus on what should I be eating?
Yeah.
How much of it should I be eating?
Absolutely.
Working on any emotional issues you have when it comes to food. Like, are you an emotional eater? Like, when you're picking up food to eat, are you just snacking because it's there? Because you're bored? Are you really hungry? Like, here's the time where you might have more time to just focus on what you're eating, why you're eating it, how much of it you're eating, and then just moving your body, like being creative. There are so many workout videos on YouTube
there really is.
for free, like, because everybody's freaking out, you can't go to the gym, but there's so much that you can do. There's so many body weight exercises that you can do, so much stretching and yoga and Pilates. Like, just explore different things that maybe you like to go to the gym and you normally do strength training. Try some yoga. Try some Pilates. Like, what is something different? Maybe try like dance fitness. Like, this is just the time. I think you don't have to be paranoid, and it doesn't have to turn into, man, I gained 20 pounds because I was sitting at home. Like, you can totally rewrite the story and make it
100%.
better for you in terms of your health and fitness.
100%. No, I think that's absolutely great. And then, you made a comment that resonates with me, is that I think that, for me, I know my metabolism, and Gabriel could probably speak to this, speeds up and gets a lot better when I'm eating, every 2 to 3 hours, But what happens is I end up, in that 2 to 3 hours, I end up snacking on something in between there. So then I'm really eating like every hour, which, some people it might work for, but I think that, like you said, just snacking all day long, right? That I don't think is the healthiest approach, especially if you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Like try to get in, try to have that time for your body to digest the food that you've eaten. Get some physical activity, like you said, and literally put some music on and just dance. Dance for like, literally say, I'm going to play music for 30 minutes and I'm going to dance my butt off. And you will be sweating, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Like, so just do that.
So many
like
things
something.
you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, and like, just because we're self-quarantined doesn't mean we can't go outside. So if you have beautiful weather, go take a walk around the neighborhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ride your bike. Like, there are things that you can still do to keep yourself active.
Absolutely.
So don't take this self-quarantine as an excuse to fall off. This is probably the best time for you to like hone in on what you're doing with your health.
Yeah, walk out the door after this quarantine's over and let people look at you like, who the heck are you? Because you're looking so good.
Okay.
You come out snatched from the quarantine.
Like,
that's a quarantine snatch.
I use my time
Right.
wisely, okay? This one's good. Use Skype, FaceTime, Google Hangouts, or Marco Polo to video chat with your long-distance friends. I use Marco Polo every day anyway. It is legit probably like my favorite thing. Just because you can like, I don't know, just that instant type of access. And I like that you can do it on your own time. Because, you know, when somebody FaceTimes you, you got to stop what you're doing. You got to have the conversation then. But with Marco Polo, you just send the message and they can watch it when they can. They can respond when they can. Yeah, I'm all about that life.
She is.
All about it. I wish that I could get like Mom and Nana and all of them on Marco Polo. You know what? I'm going to get Nana on Marco Polo so we could just start Marco Polo.
That's hilarious.
Like, what you doing,
Her voicemails be at the limit, so her Marco Polos would be like an hour long.
This would be so long.
Just to tell you what happened on the news.
That is exactly what it would be. Because my grandmother, shout out to Nana, watches every news. News come on at 10, 11,
But she watches it's 12, the same one. They
3,
recycle it, but
5,
she watches all of them.
6, she watches every single one of them. And she'd be mad if she misses it too. 10, 11,
like,
she
Nana,
watches
it's the same
all
thing.
The news. It's literally the same
The 10 and
story.
10:30 were the exact same conference.
That is hilarious. I'm trying to see. Let me give you a couple more. It's 100. I'm clearly not about to read all 100 of them.
No.
But I was trying to find some good ones. One said, like, watch all of the long movies that you've been putting off watching, or watch the movies that were nominated for, like, best movie for the Oscars. Like, watch that list of movies, or any movie for that. Speaking of movies, we watched a really good one over the weekend.
Yes.
Knives Out. If you guys are looking for something that's good,
Watch it.
totally watch it. Like,
Yes.
it was really good.
It's very good.
Let's see. Order and put together some IKEA furniture yourself.
Woo!
I
don't wish that on anybody.
Suggest that.
I don't
okay?
wish that on anybody.
Honey,
Because it's going to take you the entire period
it literally
to get that mug done.
It literally
IKEA is the worst instructions ever.
Yes, that's crazy. Okay, this is a good one. Update or write your will and organize your affairs. Yes, it sounds melodramatic and morbid, but let's face it, this is a task many of us avoid because we never had the time. But now we do. And that's actually a great one. Like, if you are living out in these streets, you need to have a last will and testament. Like, you do. And that's actually something for us because it's one of those things that we've talked about and started and didn't finish. And so, honestly, I'm about to put that on our list, actually, that we need to get done ASAP.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's a really good one. Yeah.
That's a really, really good one. And let's see. Let me see if I can get one more good one for y'all, okay? Last one, sleep. And get lots of it.
Yes.
I think that now is a good time to catch up on your Z's. Like, it's one of those things, though, because you feel like, especially if you're working from home, you don't have to get up and go anywhere. So you might feel like, I should, stay up and binge watch whatever, But it's really a good time to, up your bedtime maybe. Get some sleep. Take a nap during the day if you've never had the opportunity to take an afternoon nap.
I think that's a good one. I think for me with sleep, I was thinking about this the other day, is that I want to try to use this time to figure out what my optimum sleep time is. Because the recommendations are all over the place.
Yeah, some people say you need 8. Some people say you can function on 6.
It's all over the place, right? But I think that the truth lies in what works for you. Like, where do you feel rested when you wake up? Like, how do you feel when you wake up after 6 hours, after 7 hours, after 8 hours? Like, I want to try to do that, just to see how my body responds throughout the day to the amount of sleep, so I can figure out what I need so that I can make sure I get up in the morning productive and ready to go for the day. So I think that I want to try that. Yeah.
I think that's good.
And try to learn how to take a nap, because your boy cannot nap.
I just feel like napping is an art that is not.
Sweetheart, I know you ain't talking.
I don't nap.
Sweetheart, but you could if I said, sweetheart, go to sleep.
I don't know that I could. How many times have you seen me nap?
You don't. I'm saying, but
I don't. Right.
But you don't. But if I said, sweetheart, lay on the couch, put your phone down, close your eyes.
I would have to put my phone down, or
put your phone down.
Lay here on my phone the whole nap.
You would be asleep in probably 3 minutes.
Yeah, it don't take me long to fall asleep,
That's what I'm saying.
but I never just take the time and say, you know what, I'm about to take a nap right now. Like, that never happens.
Yeah, so she could be, though. She could be like the most experienced napper in the entire world.
You know what? Is that shade?
No, I said you could be if you wanted to be.
Anyway, so
Yes.
shout out to the USA Today Life staff for the article. We'll put the link in the show notes in the description box, so you guys can read through all 100. We just gave you some of our favorites.
Yes.
And we're just trying to help you survive this national emergency, because that's what we're all trying to do right now, is survive this. Most of us have never been through this before, and we got to help each other out. So if you guys have any suggestions, things that we didn't mention, leave them, comments,
please.
Give us your ideas, or even just share what you plan on focusing on during this time.
Absolutely. We'd love to just hear that.
To hear that and keep the conversation going. As always, you can tweet us at Let's Make Out Pod. You can Instagram. We'd love if you would screenshot and share, or even just screen record, listening to maybe your favorite parts from this, and you can share it with your family and friends using the hashtag Let's Make Out Podcast or hashtag LMO Podcast. Instagram and Facebook, you can find us there at Let's Make Out Podcast. And YouTube. Send your Ask Gabe and Babe questions. Let's Make Out Podcast at gmail.com. I think I've covered everything.
Yeah, and you can also go over to YouTube and you can watch Gabe Babe TV. You can watch our vlog channel.
Yeah, so you can see how we're handling this.
Exactly. We put 3 vlogs up a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So go check that out as well. And please rate and review wherever you listen. Especially on iTunes, we would appreciate that. Yep. And we'll talk to you
later. Stay safe, guys.
Yes, stay safe.
Wash your hands.
That's right. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
Right.
Try not to. It's hard. As I've done it.
It is very hard. I stay touching my face. Okay.
But we've been washing our hands though.
All right, guys. We'll see you same time, same place next week.
That's right. Deuces.
Deuces. Woohoo!
Yes.
That was a good one.
Very good one.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye, guys.